What's up, you guys? What's up, Taiwana? What's up, Bridget? Sarcetta's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Dolores, Dolores, Dolores. Can you guys hear that music in the background? Can you guys hear the music? Malara, what's up? What's up, Sarcetta? Mystique, can you hear the music in the background? Can you hear it? Okay. Trying to make sure you can hear the music. Elizabeth, what's going on, young lady? Welcome in, you guys. Brenda, Grant, hi. Are you new to my channel? The music sound okay, Mystique? Because it's coming through the mic. It's not really hooked up, but you know. Brenda, if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I thank you for coming into my channel. I thank you for coming here. And hopefully you will subscribe and become a member. We're going to let a few more people get in here before we go into our conversation. It's going to be an interesting one today, man. It's like every time we take 20 steps ahead, seems as if as a culture we're going 40 steps behind. Callie. What's up, Callie? Callie in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a great conversation today, man. It's going to be fun today. And we're going to have an interactive conversation today. Elizabeth, it's crazy insane. Mia, hi. Mia, are you new to my channel, Mia? If you are, thank you and welcome to Conversations with Stone Paxton, Stone Paxton Music and Life Vlog, Stone Paxton, The Couch Podcast. Mr. Sir Time is into you guys. Stone and Family, Soul Train was a part of my life. Rest in peace, Don Cornelius. Every soul R&B singer on the train that ride on Saturdays. LTD back in love again. I can remember the red outfits they had. Listen, it's taking you back today, Sir Time. Listen, you probably know some of my friends then. Like, were you there when they were filming Soul Train? Like, because I got a lot of friends that were dancers on the Soul Train show back then. Oh, you're not new, Mia? Okay, well, Mia, listen, if you haven't been here for a while, I thank you for coming in today. Taiwanda, what's up? Oh, yeah. We're about to get into this, you guys. Just waiting for a few more people to come in here. You know, this YouTube likes sending these notifications out when they want to. You was a dancer a few times, Elizabeth. You had that one move, Elizabeth. Hey, y'all, Elizabeth had this. You know that one hand, she throw it. I call that the rodeo. Elizabeth had the rodeo, y'all. Yo, man. You couldn't wait till Saturday to walk the Soul Train. Bridget, did you walk the Soul Train? Bridget, AI, what's happening, family? Georgia Wells, hey, Georgia, are you new to my channel or have you been here? If you're new, thank you for coming in. Thank you for subscribing. Hopefully you become a member. But Bridget, hold on. Bridget, you used to do the Saturday morning. What? Elizabeth, is that your move, Elizabeth? Hold up, Elizabeth. Hey, Time. Elizabeth's favorite move was that on. That was her move with that hand. Y'all got me in here early laughing, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I used to love American Bandstand, too. Sire, what's up, family? Okay, we're about to go in, you guys. This is crazy, man. It's like as a culture, as soon as we walk 20 feet ahead, we are going 20 feet behind. Sharcetta said they took the show, now the award show. They don't want us to have nothing. You see, I am with you. This is where I'm at, Sharcetta. I am tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit, y'all. So I want to say doing the network dance. Yeah. Listen, you guys, let's get into this, man. I'm so upset because as African Americans, as soon as we step ahead, it seems like we're getting put 20 steps behind as a culture of people. Time said the Stone, if I could get to California, meet and Don Cornelius would have been, oh man, yeah. Listen, the crazy part is I knew so many people that worked closely with Don because you got to remember Soul Train was started by Don Cornelius and the Sounds of Los Angeles Records. And I totally just went blank. The record label owner of the that had the Sounds of Los Angeles Records. Him and Don Cornelius initially started Soul Train together. A lot of people don't know that. And I have people that worked under him, and I know his daughter, Dick Griffey. Dick Griffey and Don Cornelius started Soul Train together. A lot of people don't know that. Brother Time, a lot of people have no idea that Don Cornelius and Dick Griffey started Soul Train together. So you had Soul Train, you had the Sounds of Los Angeles. That's where the idea came from. For Soul Train came from the Sounds of Los Angeles Records, Solar Records. Look, Soul Train, Solar Records. Look, they were buddies. Dolores say they want to suspend or cancel anything that's black. People have going on why take suspended country music. Now, here's the crazy part. We're going to get into it because some of it is making sense to me and some of it is not. Leslie say, I grew up watching Soul Train. Me too, man. That was our Saturday, was it not? Every Saturday we look forward to the Soul Train show. Malara said Don Cornelius was a legend in the music world. Yes, he was. But Dick Griffey was also. Solar Records. Dick Griffey is underrated. A lot of people don't talk about him, but I know his daughter, Carolyn. I'm going to get Carolyn on here and interview her as well. Sherry P13. What's up? What's up, Sherry P13? It's good to see you. Let's get into this, you guys. Let's get into it. So let's read. This is going to kind of blow your mind a little bit because it blew mine a little bit. Because in one instance, it says that it's going to be reimagined, right? It's not suspended. It's Soul Train Music Awards, along with the BET Hip Hop Awards, have been suspended indefinitely, right? BET CEO Scott Mills confirmed the suspension, stating that the shows are being reimagined. Now, here's what bothers me. On one hand, you say suspended indefinitely, but then you say that the show is being reimagined for the current media landscape, potentially moving to streaming or other platforms. The shows are not canceled outright. Now, we need to figure this out. It's either canceled indefinitely, but then it says deeper into reading, it's not canceled outright, but are currently on hold while BET explores new revenues. Why then say suspended indefinitely? Why use that word? Who came up with the indefinitely word? Why is that word a choice of words to be used? What is really behind this cancellation of the BET Awards? Is it really ratings? I mean, if it was about moving to other networks or creating your own platform, that's something I feel like probably could have been created a long time ago. Why now? Why now? Indefinite in suspension. The award shows are not canceled permanently, it says, but they will not air on BET's traditional linear channels in the current format. So why not say canceled indefinitely on those BET traditional linear formats? Why not say that? That's why none of it's making any sense. Then they go into saying Reimagining the shows. BET is actively considering how to present the Soul Train and BET Awards in a way that aligns with the evolving media landscape, potentially through streaming or other digital platforms. Once again, could we not have imagined this a long time ago, a year ago, 2 years ago? Could we not have said, let's shift to a new market? Let's create our own streaming platform, or let's do a deal with a streaming platform that coincides with our audience. Black folks is going to show up for the BET Awards. It doesn't matter what platform you have it on. So when they say reimagine, that's weird to me. Reimagine what? Reimagine what? Black folks will show up at the BET Awards, at a park, at a church. It don't matter. They are going to show up. It says shifting focus. The move reflects on a broader trend in the entertainment industry where award shows are experiencing declining viewership on traditional television and are being reevaluated for digital distribution. So why not just fucking say that? Why not just say, you know what? This is being reimagined for digital distribution in the future. We're not canceled. It's not indefinite. It's not definitely, excuse me. We're going to reimagine this whole thing. We're shifting to digital, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what the fans have to say. The announcement has generated mixed reactions, with some fans expressing disappointment at the suspension of these culturally significant events, while others see it as an opportunity for a refresh. I don't buy the refresh. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't personally buy a refresh. I don't see the point. Impact on artists. The suspension impacts artists who were previously featured or honored at these events, as well as those who may have been aiming for future nominations. Crazy. You know, I mean, I'm just trying to understand with everything that's going on. I think this is not a good time for them to reimagine this show. It's enough going on that's being taken away from the African American community, and then now we decide to reimagine. My thing is this over the CEO's head? Is this something that's over his head? Does he not really have full control over really what he wants to do? It's obvious something else is going on. The CEO said a team is currently exploring where the awards might best reside in this evolving environment of potentially streaming services or other platforms. The Soul Train Music Awards launched in 1987, a long history of celebrating R&B soul music and honoring both established legends and emerging talent. The BET Hip Hop Awards, which began in 2006, has focused on showcasing rap and hip hop culture. Now, let me tell you guys something. Not only are they canceling the Soul Train Music Awards, it's also the BET Hip Hop Awards. So those are two prominent awards that were very important to this community. What about the artists that have done well on the charts and radio this year? Now they have to wait until this show is reimagined, this crap is reimagined, for them to figure out what they're going to do. Oh, let me just reimagine this in the middle of your record doing so well. All of you artists this year, no worries. We're reimagining things, so it doesn't matter about how successful you've been. The new artists that have come into the industry right now, oh, don't worry about it. We'll catch you in 2 to 3 years when we reimagine this, and then we'll honor you then. No, they won't honor them then. It'll be too late to honor them. They'll be saying, oh, well, you don't fit the current qualifications of entering your record or this song, because that was 3 years ago. Brother Benjamin, what's happening, family? It's good to see you in here today. Cherry said if they leave the artists alone with their creativity, then it would be on top again. Exactly. Cherry P13, I'm with you on that. I'm an artist, so I have to concur with that. Sharcetta said, yes, they always bring back a group or someone who we forgot about and missed. We're going to see what they're going to do for real, though. We're going to see what's going to happen with this. I think this is bigger. I just think with our current administration and everything that's going on, I don't know. I was like, Hmm. Could this possibly have something to do with this administration? Now, hell, I could be wrong. I could just be shooting sideways out the side of my mouth. Elizabeth said maybe they want a reaction from the viewers. Maybe so, to see how bad people want to view it, huh, Elizabeth, or how bad they want it. Cherry P said, Sorbert, let's dissect reimagining. Exactly. Cherry P13, let's dissect reimagining. What the freak does that mean? Dolores Draper said, when it comes to the BET Awards, I think we all tune in. Yes, we do. Without a doubt. Celeste said, hi to the host, moderators. Oh, what's up, Celeste? We appreciate you, Celeste. Sire says, it sounds like bad management. It's 2025 going. It's 2025 going that route should have been implemented along. Sire, thank you, is what I said. Why now? We knew streaming has been a big part of this stuff now. Why are we reimagining in the middle of streaming being so huge? Why not reimagine 4 years ago? Why not reimagine how many years ago? This is what happens when we got too many black folks working for a company. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, black folks. Forgive me for saying it. I'm just saying. This really is when you got too many black people working somewhere. What's up, son? It seems this happens a lot. Or could this be bigger than what we realize? Could this be something that is connected to this administration? I'm not saying it is. Elizabeth said, I feel the same way, Stone. Could it possibly be connected to this administration in some sort of way? Could it be? This is one of the biggest, two of the biggest award shows in history. If it never happens again, hey, I'm honored that I walked a few red carpet Soul Train Music Awards. I'm honored to say, hey, man, I was part of that Soul Train Music Awards history. I got to walk the red carpet. My publicist was on top of her game. She made it happen. You know what I'm saying? I walked that red carpet. I got to do my artist thing. If it never happens again, at least I was a part of that experience. But what about the new artists and the new experiences that are going to be created? CC Funk one. What's up, CC Funk? Leslie Murray said, it's connected, my first thoughts. Leslie, Sire said bingo. It's hard for me not to believe that somehow it isn't, especially the Hip Hop Awards. Because you got to think about it. If you cancel the Hip Hop Awards, then you got to cancel the Soul Train Music Awards, which is more R&B based, right? You have to make it look like, oh, we're just canceling the whole thing. Because you can't cancel one without canceling the other. Because then people really ask questions. But if you cancel the whole thing, it's like, yeah, we're reimagining things. Or is this administration reimagining things? Universal 878 said, bet may want to restructure and return with a fresh approach. Universal Love, I'm with you on that, but think about this. Why did it take these many years to reimagine something? Like, corporate white companies don't shut down and reimagine shit. They reimagine it while it's on the motion. Corporate companies that are not minority owned, they don't reimagine shit and completely shut it down. They TV stuff, they don't shut down and reimagine. When you're building, when Taco Bell wants to remodel, they'll shut half the building down and remodel while keeping it open. When McDonald's wants to remodel, unless it's a really old building, they're going to shut down. Only half that they're remodeling, and they're still going to have customers coming through the damn drive-thru. Why are we shutting the show down to reimagine? Reimagine what? We're black. We've always reimagined as we go. Time said the thing about extension span, free black folks have to stop looking at gossip and the next black person go to jail, call prison, living in the real world. This is not a reality show. Wake up, family. Absolutely, Brother Time. You hear that? Brother Time always come in with some OG stuff. He's gonna spit that OG knowledge to y'all. Sire said, too much culture influence. The FCC will go after hip-hop radio stations next. Sire, it's coming. Sire, you are right. You right there. That's the truth. But you cannot tell people this because nobody wants to pay attention or everybody thinks it's just a whole bunch of conspiracy. Cheryl says Paramount Global, BET's parent company. Hold on. This chat is moving fast. I want to read what Cheryl says. Hold on. Okay, hold on, Cheryl. Cheryl says Paramount Global, BT's parent company, was required to eliminate all voluntary DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives as a condition for FCC approval. Exactly. That's what it really is. Now, I was going to get to that, but see, people all up in my business, up in here, not letting me do what I got to do. But thank you, Cheryl. I was going to get to exactly what Cheryl said. You hear that? The DEI. That's why I said, as I'm rolling out my conversations, I do it little by little. Cheryl jumped the gun on me. She didn't already put it out there. But I thank you for that, Cheryl. I'll read this again, what Cheryl said. Paramount Global, BT's parent company, was required to eliminate all voluntary DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives as a condition for FCC approval of the $8+ billion merger with Skydance. That's exactly the truth. Now, because I didn't get to say it at the end, because Cheryl had to jump in. Thank you, Cheryl. Benjamin Padilla said, 2 to 3 years ago, the powers that be felt that AAs were getting too powerful for their liking. And black performers who are on top, like Jay-Z, once Diddy has a responsibility to set an example. Once Diddy had the responsibility to set an example. Absolutely. Hey, listen, Cheryl don't give me a chance to spit. Cheryl all up in my business. Cheryl, next time I'm bringing you up. Skydance agreed to end DEI, avoid demographic hiring goals and structure priorities. See, this is definitely bigger than what I was saying. When I said, could this possibly be connected to this administration? Hey, Benjamin, Cheryl don't even give a brother the chance to finish out what he's trying to say. She just going to get in there and just put the spoiler alert on Stone before I can even say it. Cheryl was steadfast. Cheryl just couldn't wait. She's like, hurry up and get it out. That's the real truth. This DEI shit that's going on is affecting us in the utmost way, favorably and unfavorably. Benjamin Padilla said, yeah, but without AA contributions, our music would be crap. It would be. Without our contributions, we just have a whole bunch of bull crap. We already know that. So with this reimagining, now imagine this. If you say you're going to reimagine this show, you know what that really means. We got to make it less black. We're going to have to make the BET Awards less black. That's what the reimagine is. I'm just saying, we're going to have to make it less black. What do you guys think about that? Black folks, we're going to make the BET Awards less black. We're going to merge all kinds of stuff in there. We're going to start putting rock in the BET Awards. We got to find some more white R&B artists, y'all, because this inclusion, we got to, we can't exclude other races per this administration. Can you see it? Can you see it? We need to find some more white soul singers, y'all. We need to balance this out. We can't just have a whole bunch of black folks up there shucking and jiving on that stage. Now, we want to see diversity. So we need some more white folks up. We're going to flip the script on y'all black folks. That's what we're going to do. Cheryl P13 said impossible. Cheryl, nothing is impossible when this country says it has to happen. Benjamin said, boring. Yeah, exactly. Bridget said facts. Georgia Wells said there's no sense in having it then. I agree. Because think about it. This DEI thing is kind of somewhat coming back to bite AAs in the ass. It's coming back to bite us in the ass. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? Diversity and inclusion? Who else will you have to include for it to be fair now? Even though it's a minority event, by law, I can say y'all got to have a certain amount of white R&B soul singers in this show. Benjamin Padilla said it's not excluding, it's AAs making their own table. Yes, but anytime, Benjamin, I said inclusion, not exclusion. Listen, They do, but it only bothers people when black folks do it. It's just like people saying, black folks, y'all need to go back where y'all came from. Soon as we say we're gonna go back, it's why y'all leaving? Why y'all wanna go? Don't we treat y'all good? Sire said Justin Timberlake and Robin Thicke need to make some calls. Exactly. We need to hit up Robin Thicke and Justin. But Robin is in his own cat. Listen, Robin Thicke and my boy John B, they're in their own category. I'm just gonna keep it 100. They done earned the soul stuff. Justin be on the pop side, and I don't put Justin right there with Robin Thicke and John B. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Justin to me is straight up pop. Even though he's got black producers, I don't put him in the same category as Robin and as especially John B. To me, John B is really in his own category. He's earned his right to be called a soul artist and respected by African Americans communities when it comes to R&B. He stayed true to that. He's not trying to purposely cross over and be a pop artist. Dolores said, hold on. Y'all be moving in this chat room, man. Dolores said, God dog it, this thing. Okay, let me read what Dolores said. Chef Banner's in the house. Hold on, where you at, Dolores? CC Funk said, we already have Average White Band, Hall and Oates. Exactly. Tina Marie, yeah, come on. You know, we're including everybody. Sire said true. Cherry P13 said, we need to get in the Rolling Stones award. Then we need to be included in all the other award shows. If the reason for what's happening is exactly what we know it is, then why not include us? How come I'm not seeing a lot of black rock bands being nominated properly in other categories and other award shows? Valerie said, facts. Listen, Georgetta said, there's no sense in having it then. Georgetta said, we just going to cancel it all. Cancel that shit and just keep it at home. We'll put on our own award show at the barbecue with the nieces and nephews. Okay, I'm trying to find, somebody else made a comment, and I'm trying to find it. You see, we can't have nothing without it. This whole DEI thing, man, I'll tell you, man. Agni Santos said, I really have to tell you Americans are trying to organize society based on colors. You need to value skills, not skin color. Agni, where are you from? Are you from Africa? Because I'm going to tell you, motherfucker, excuse my language. I don't like how you said that. I really have to tell you, you Americans are trying to organize society based on colors. Motherfucker, what do you think society is based on, you dumb piece of shit? You need to value skill, not skin color. Come live in America as a black person and then talk that shit. You don't fucking even know. You're not from America, you peanut-headed motherfucker, you. How you going to tell us, I really have to tell you Americans are trying to organize society based on colors? You need to value skills, not skin colors. Go tell that to the motherfuckers that run this country, you dumb piece of non-fucking understanding piece of shit, you. Dude, you really disconnected, huh? You don't live in America, so shut the fuck up. Fuck out of here. I can't even believe you come in here and say that shit. Don't delete his message, though, whoever Agni is. Motherfucker coming in with that bullshit. Can you believe he said that? Can you believe that dude just said what he said? You Americans. Motherfucker, come live in America first before you talk that shit. Come live here. Don't get online and talk shit about being in America when you don't live here, you dumb piece of shit. Can't believe that shit. How dare you, dude? How dare you? Talking about us Americans need to organize by talent. I do agree with some of the shit you say, that monkey shit you say, talent and all that, but that's not how they look at it. If that was the case, then guess what? We would be the leaders in all this shit. But they're not looking at it like that. That is the real problem. But the only way you would know is if you fucking lived here. Excuse my language. Universal Love 878 said Fishbone is amazing. I know them my boys, Fishbone. Those are friends of mine. Amazing rock band. We need to find spaces outside of BET. Bring back the artist community, talent awards in neighborhoods around the country. I miss that. Yes, universal love. We need to. It's our responsibility now to figure out what we need to do. What happens if the BET Awards and Soul Train Music Awards comes back, but not the way it should? King Zilla say, tell that motherfucker what's up, Stone, for real. Hey, King Zilla, why he gonna come up here? Here's a person coming up in here talking about America, and he don't even live here. Ken Pan say, bro, this gotta be Buddy Hell's uncle. Ken, go fuck yourself and get off my live, you dumb piece of shit. William Paul said, I was married to an African. That's exactly how they think. Yeah, William, that's how these motherfuckers think. They know nothing about America. These Africans come here and talk all that bullshit, and their ancestors haven't went through what the black ancestors here in America went through, but they talk all that bullshit like they're righteous and like they're better than us. Motherfucker, you got dark skin too, so shut the fuck up and come live here and then talk that shit. Lefel, if you want me to check out tracks, I offered an artist the other day. I'll do track reviews. There's a fee for that, and I can actually do a track review, but most of you guys are not serious. I would love to check your stuff out and review it, but there's a fee to do that. So if you're interested, my moderators are here. Hashtag one of my moderators, CC or Cambodian Mystique, and they'll let you know how you can contact me so I can assist you with that. William Johnson said tossing. Paul said, yep. Yeah, man, the Africans from Africa come here, and they just think so foul of black people here. You guys, listen to Dolores. Please hit the like button. They think so foul of black Americans. I mean, I got to go back and read this Agni shit. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to read this shit. Because, I mean, it just really got me like, wow. Agni, really? You peanut-headed motherfucker, you? Why y'all delete Agni Santos' message? Okay, hold on. Here's another message that Agni said. Oh, no. Here's the message. Here's what he said. Here's what Agni said. I really have to tell you Americans are trying to organize society based on colors. You need to value skills and talents. People, get the fuck out of here, Agni. I'm going to say it to you again. You peanut-headed motherfucker, you. I would love to see what I bet you got a big-ass alien head. You're using it the wrong way, you little ugly-ass motherfucker, you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for, if this bothers you guys, how I'm talking. Forgive me. I just don't like ignorant people saying ignorant-ass shit in my live. That's some dumb shit. I can see if the person said, I've lived in America for 60 years. You people, but then even if you say you Americans, it's like you turning me into a thing. Hell out of here. You Americans. At least you didn't say you black Americans. That would have really made me pissed off. You Americans. Elizabeth said, it's okay, Stone. They need to stay the hell up out of here. This was said, I am a South African and we have similar history. I have lived in the U.S. before and currently live in the UK. So Thadiswa, what do you think about what Agni just said? Let me ask you, you're a fellow African. What do you think about what that peanut-headed Agni just said about us Americans and how it should be about talent instead of color, and they never lived in America? Bridget said, one of those streamers, I think his name is Speedy in Greece, and the young people were making monkey sounds. Really? Monkey sounds on what? Monkey sounds on what, Bridget? Nita said, I'm late coming in on the live. Sorry. No, it's okay, Nita. Sorry, I was on a call talking to my brother from Mississippi. Tell your brother we said hello. Hello, Stone and moderators teams. Happy. Hey, it's good to see you, Nita. Listen what my brother Thadiswa said, who's from Africa, who currently resides in the UK. This is what he said about Agni. He said, it doesn't sound good at all. Doesn't it sound like Agni is kind of racist against black folks? And he won't say if he's black. So, Agni, I would like to know if you're a black person, starting with that first. I would like to know if you are an African American or an African from Africa, Peanut Head. Oh, Bridget say Stone, he was really, and he was doing that walking down the street. CC Funk say my mother used to say ignorant people don't know they no exactly. He clearly with all that forehead he has, because I'm just imagining how he looks. He probably got a lot of forehead, front end, back, and side, and he using it in the wrong way. Cherry, you missed some peanut headed guy named Agni. I don't know if he's from Africa, but he stated you Americans have to, like, he said something like, as in you Americans always do everything based on color. Why not have it be based on talent and stuff like that? I'm like, dude, you're ignorant. You don't even live in America, so you don't understand what black people go through. Damaged Kisses said perhaps he's a hater of Americans. Yeah, it sounds like he is. He did say you Americans. I have to give it to him. At least he didn't say you black Americans, because I really would have booted him out of here. Elizabeth say he is a big forehead troll. Yeah, he's a problem with himself. I mean, wow. Wow. So what are we going to do? BET Awards is talking about canceled indefinitely. Soul Train Music Awards, BET Awards, Hip Hop Awards. I think we have to get back to the smaller award shows in each community across the country. Now, I remember the first Hip Hop Awards here in Las Vegas was right here in Vegas. I was there. My martial arts school was working security. My martial arts instructor called me and said, listen, you're in the music industry. Would you like to come to this black tie affair? It was Hip Hop Awards. We were all in black ties. And so I was a part of that team. A fight broke out. It was the first annual Hip Hop Awards ever in Las Vegas. They never had it again. I still got all the paperwork. Tomorrow when I get on my live, I will pull up the paperwork and show you. We'll go through it. The first annual Hip Hop Awards that had ever happened here in Vegas happened. Snoop was there. The Dog Pound. Everybody in hip hop was there. And it was right here in Vegas, and a fight broke out. Vivica Fox was there. She was one of the hosts. And a fight broke out. Damaged Kisses said the peanut. Corey put a peanut. Can you imagine his head is that long? Listen, you guys are so funny, man. A fight broke out at the first annual Hip Hop Awards here in Vegas. I was there backstage. Awards got thrown. I can't remember who got in the fight. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. But awards got thrown all over the place. So it's funny because my instructor, by the time it ended, awards were everywhere, on the floor, boxes everywhere. My instructor had a box of awards. He was giving us awards. I have some award is like Rap Artist of the Year. I don't know who it would have been. The same award I have, Snoop ended up getting one. He has one. I've seen him in his studio show it. And one day I'll actually be able to give this award to whoever the Asian rapper was going to be to receive that award, who that person was, that was going to receive that award. One day I'll be able to actually give it to that person who it was intended for. I don't know who it was intended for. I just know a big fight broke out, and the show never got finished. It was the craziest shit in the world. Real story though. It was right here in Las Vegas, the first annual Hip Hop Awards, first and last. I got the whole pamphlet somewhere in my studio. I'll find it tomorrow and I'll show it to you guys. So the reimagine to me is going to be reimagined by a set of rules. Trust and believe me, when they reimagine the new BET Awards, it will be reimagined with new rules and regulations that will apply to them having to include folks that are not minorities. Y'all want to make a bet on that? How much y'all want to bet? Damaged Kiss said first and last. Yeah, Damaged Kisses. It was the first and last award. When I tell you every hip-hop artist was there, African Bambaataa, I still got pictures. Everybody was there. Vivica Fox was one of the hosts, and it was crazy. I just remember I was backstage, and all I heard was stuff being thrown and a ruckus going on. I didn't know what happened. Celeste said, I believe you. Celeste, trust me. Trust me, Leslie and Celeste. When it's reimagined, watch what happens. It's going to be crazy. Have you guys seen these statues that are being put up? These Confederate statues being put back up that were taken down, they're being put back up again. Cherry P13 say, write a club jam called Reimagine. Hey, I'm playing a club jam in the background right now, too. I might just do that. Reimagine. That's a good idea. Bridget said they have the Grammys and American Music Awards. Do you know that before Puffy got locked up, he was actually talking about starting a black award show? CC Funk once said, I just saw a picture of Shaka Khan. Oh, Shaka can play drums now. I said, listen, my buddy, good friend of mine, OG buddy, his name was Ron Stockard. Go look him up. He was in the original Rufus band. They brought Shaka Khan in too. When I was a teenager, when I was like 15 or 16, I used to record in his studio in Decatur, Illinois. Ron Stockard, the guitar player, original member of the Rufus band. I used to play in his, I used to record, in his studio. So I had a chance to meet Shaka earlier on when I was younger. Leslie Murray said, all the shows going to be like Trump's boring parade. Leslie, you got jokes. Bridget said, yes, Stone. Cherry said, laughing out loud. Dolores Draper said, need to get with Tyler Perry and go on one of his compounds and start your own music awards. We can't tell nobody what to do. Facts. There are some black music award shows across the country, and thus they should be taking advantage of this moment, because we don't know how or if the Soul Train Music Awards comes back, how it's going to be reconstructed and how it will look. Damaged Kisses said they need to be tagged in statues. I didn't say that. What? Damaged Kisses? What'd you say, Damaged? Dolores said, need to get with okay, yes. Bridget said, I'm tired of this current. Yeah, it's crazy. This was said, I love Shaka Khan. Shaka is the truth. Leslie said, I love Shaka Khan. Elizabeth said, was it in 2006? You talking about the Black Music Award? I mean, not the Black Music Award, but the Hip Hop Award show that was here, Elizabeth? It wasn't in 2006. This was back in the 90s. I literally still have an award from that Hip Hop Award show downstairs in my studio. It's not my award. Like I said, once the fight broke out, awards were thrown everywhere. Boxes were kicked. And my instructor grabbed the whole box and gave out to all of us students. He gave all of us awards. Like, pick one. He was like, grab one. And whatever I grabbed happened to be Asian Rapper of the Year. Damaged Kisses said the Confederate statues being put back up. Graffiti, I meant. Sorry, yeah. They're being put back up. They're going to, of course, clean it, but it's being put back up. Miss Z said, I sub and like, my brother. I like your hair. Do some samples. Do some sample, my brother. Oh, what do you mean, Mr. Z? I'm sorry, family. Do some sample, brother. Mr. Z, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you for that. Okay, explain your sound. What do you mean, okay? I mean, oh, what do you mean explain my sound? I'm confused. Because you guys give kind of cryptic messages. A-Dop said, come and visit Iraq. Hey, let me see. I got neighbors that are from Iraq, man. People in Iraq are lovely people. They're good people. A-Dop, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you coming in, family. Leslie Murray, thank you for the donation, the super chat. Thank you so much. A-Dop, subscribe to the channel, brother. Black folks love everybody. Damaged Kisses said, sound like a robot. I know, huh? Who would say explain your sound? It's kind of weird, right? Explain your sound. Well, what are we talking about? Explain your sound. So now we have the Country Music Awards. We have the BMAs. We have the MTV Awards. Well, they didn't say genre, though, CC. You know I'm well-versed. I can catch on to stuff quick. Mr. Z say, do a sample of your songs. Right now I'm talking, Mr. Z, but you can go to Spotify. All my stuff is great, man. I'm not tooting my own horn, but one of them is playing in the background right now. One of them's playing in the background. But if you go to Spotify, put in Stone Paxton, the links are right there. My moderator just shared the Apple link. And Mystique, if you can grab the Spotify link and share it too. Follow me on Spotify, Mr. Z. But right now, I'm in the midst of this conversation, so I'm not switching over to go into my music. But I appreciate you for that. I do go in the studio and post as I'm creating. So if you follow my channel, you're going to get some of that. The Real Sid. What's up, Real Sid? What's happening, family? You know they are reimagining the BET Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards, but you will not see it this year, Mr. Sid. Not this year. They're reimagining it. This DEI shit done taking a hold, and they're reimagining this shit. We're going to see what it's going to be reimagined at. It might be the BET Country Music Awards, the BET Rock Awards, the BET Grand Ole Opry Awards. Hey, Damaged Kisses, are you ready for the BET Goth Awards? BET Country Awards, the Soul Train Music Awards, Country of Soul Awards. That's what we headed, y'all. They taking away our lovely, not taking away. And Cece said the Goth Awards, the BET Goth Awards. You know what? I've never seen them do a Goth Awards. Damaged Kisses. I just gave you a dime. Take that, Damaged Kisses. Start the Goth Awards. Start the Goth Awards, Damaged Kisses. I think that would be so cool. Start that. Real Sid, you're my favorite YouTuber. Keep posting, please. The Real Sid. Yes, sir, family. I sure will, brother. I appreciate you. Let's just imagine for once that BET said, exactly. Let's just imagine when they reimagined BET. Said, and BET Soul Train Music Awards has just announced the Soul Train Goth Awards. The Soul Train Country Music Awards. The Soul Train Rock Awards. Adop said, I want to ask you what you think of Saddam. Adop, I'm not on here to have conversations about politics, but I'll say this. I don't judge anyone. I'll just leave it at that. I let people live. I don't judge anyone. I don't know that person, Saddam. I don't know him. I don't judge people. It's like somebody asking somebody, what do they think of me? I would only know if I got to know the person. So I stay away from judging people. Damaged Kisses said, ooh la la, I am ready for the BET Goth Awards. There are so many black performers that are goth that are fabulous. Oh, Damaged Kisses, I know. There's some incredible, listen, me and my boys had a black rock band. It was me and all of them. It was like 4 of us. We were called Gypsy Brown. And we were incredible. You hear what I'm saying? CC Funk said, I bet Country Twang Awards. Yeah, the BET Country Twang. That actually would be, they actually going to probably have to actually start a division for Southern Soul artists, to be honest. Purple Honey said, hey, Stoney, I finally get to catch the show before going to therapy. Oh, you got therapy today? How you feeling, Purple Honey? You feeling better? Oh, no, my drummer was on here. Kingzilla, he'll tell you. No, we were, listen, we had the look, too. Y'all, our pictures, boy, we was like, that look, we was like, Damaged Kisses. When I tell you we were, like, amazing, we were. Oh, I hope you feel better. I hope today, you going to the doctor is going to help. I hope it's going to help you feel better, and they give you something that's really, really going to. I'm going to put that rock album out. I got a rock album, Damaged Kisses, I'm going to put out. Damaged Kisses say, I'm waiting for the Shake That Laffy Taffy Awards. Well, that would be on BET Awards, though, so that fits right into the category. Cherry P13 says Steppin' Awards. Hey, this is a stepping song in the background, Cherry. So since you guys can't see the Soul Train Music Awards and BET Awards this year, what are you going to watch? Are you going to watch the VMAs? I mean, the Grammys. I'm a Grammy member. Are you going to watch that? Or are you just not going to watch no award shows until they bring back the BET DEI Awards? They might even have to change the name. BET DEI, Soul Train DEI Awards. Yeah, feel better, Purple Honey, please. Once again, we're 40 steps ahead, and then we get 52 steps behind. They take us, you guys. Appear Figo. You must want to get blocked on my channel. Block Appear Figo, you guys. I try to give you a chance. You want to come in here with your lollipop bullshit. Little kids don't have nothing to do. They don't have nothing to do, y'all. Appear Figo. Get ready for school. It's about to be back in session, and I can't wait because I don't have to see y'all little ugly motherfuckers on there doing stupid shit. I think y'all go back to school next week. You got to be a little kid. Purple Honey said the physical therapy is a long recovery process after knee. Damn. Yeah, shit. That knee stuff is no joke. Okay. So now, you guys, we've covered some of the BET things. So let's get into another subject that is kind of something that I think maybe we all have been through. Or if you haven't, you're going to go through it. Nita said, laugh now, sorry, but I didn't have cable to watch the awards show. I'm just being honest. It's okay. You didn't miss nothing. Honest, by the way, I love. Thank you, Nita. I appreciate you. So we're going to get into the story of catfishing, okay? That's what we're going to do. Let's get into this whole catfishing topic, you guys. Can we do that? Because I've been catfished. And how many of you guys have been catfished? Because you know YouTube is full of catfish. The internet in general is full of catfish situations. So let's break into that. Being catfish can lead to significant emotional distress. And thanks to my moderator, CC, for giving me this topic to cover. Now, I have spoken on this briefly before, but we're going to go even deeper. Because I'm going to show you how cruel this can be. Being catfish can lead to significant emotional distress, financial loss, and even physical harm or exploitation. It can damage self-esteem and create trust issues, potentially affecting both personal and professional relationships. In severe cases, catfishing can involve blackmail, identity theft, and even threats of physical harm. Emotional distress, shame, and humiliation. Victims may feel embarrassed or ashamed for being deceived, leading to a decline in self-esteem. If you are on here and you have been catfished, this conversation's for you. I've been catfished, so I am going to talk about mine as well. Trust issues. Catfishing can make it difficult to trust others, impacting future relationships. That's a fact. Anxiety and depression. The emotional fallout from being catfished can trigger or worsen anxiety and depression. Financial loss. Romance scams. You guys, ladies, you know how many women I've met that has been involved with romance scams? I had a family member that this person, and they didn't really want to tell me, but this person was making them think that they were going to get gold and that they were, the guy was a doctor and he was going to bring over gold from overseas. And the whole setup was crazy. So he said he was a doctor. Now, listen to this story. This is a real story. He was a doctor, but he was trying to bring gold over and told this person that's like a family member of mine that when I bring the gold over, I'm going to bring you gold over, but I'm going to marry you too because I'm a doctor. Send her the picture, had her thinking that the person was a doctor. All of a sudden, within the first month, maybe the first 3 or 4 months, this person had sent that person money. And I found out about it. Because some of the money that was being sent was some of my motherfucking money. This is a fact. Now, there's some people on my live that know me personally that kind of know this story. So they were sending this person money, right? They started to act really weird. Now, I was asking, like, you okay? You seem kind of different. Eventually, by talking to them, they started to tell me little by little. Because this person wanted to get 100, y'all ready? Let me correct it. $320,000 out of somebody I knew. This person was trying to get $320,000 out of this person I knew. I read the letter. And they told them if they don't, that the police was going to come to their door and arrest them because now they were dealing with them. And if you don't do it, you're going to get arrested. Made up a fake letter. I mean, it scared the shit out of this person. This person was scared. And they ended up having to tell me. And I said, let me see. And they were worried about me. So I said, no, you're going to have to let me see the letter now. That's the only way I'm going to be able to help you. I need to read this letter this catfish person has sent you. But they were so embarrassed. And this letter started like this. Hi, we have your husband in custody. While coming across the border, your husband was detained with gold on them. Now, this letter was to mess with the head of this woman because she really believed that this guy was her husband because he had spoken to her for so long online. And she kind of believed it. And she wasn't trying to listen to me. Even as I was reading this, telling her, this is fake. This is not real. No, I gotta send the money because if I don't send this money, I'm gonna get in trouble. I said, listen, you're not gonna get in trouble. This is all a scam. I'm telling you, this is a scam. This person is not real. This person, if it's a doctor, they're successful, they already have money. Why do they need you to send them money? Because you've already sent them some money. And why do you need to send them another $320,000? And why do they need to come to the U.S. and bring you gold? You could go buy $320,000 worth of gold right here in the U.S. So I say to this person that I knew, listen to me. This is a scam. I hope you didn't send any more money to this person. This is a scam. For 4 days, this person did not believe me until I had to tell their family. And when I told their family, and their family messaged them and was like, Stone told you, this person's sister told her, I went through the same thing. Stone's right. A person was trying to get me for $20,000. My friend got mad at me because I told her family. Then she finally listened and cut this person off. This guy probably would have got away with getting $320,000 and would have disappeared into the sunset, making this woman think that he was going to marry her and come here to the U.S. and bring her fine gold. So they were saying the only way for her husband, to get out is to pay the $320,000, and then they would let him out of wherever supposedly this person was held, customs or something had locked him up. It was all bullshit, right? I've seen some of the craziest scams. I've known at least 4 or 5 people that I know personally, women mostly, that have went through the romance scams, right? Okay, let's continue to read. Identity theft. Catfishers may steal personal information to commit fraud or create fake accounts. Well, we know that shit happens right here on YouTube. We saw somebody create an account trying to be me. When I was going through that Angie Stone, y'all saw it. And I know who it was. Y'all saw it, right? Physical harm and exploitation, threats and blackmail. Catfishers may threaten to reveal personal information or intimate images unless the victim complies with their demands. Ladies, I know y'all looking for y'all and African men. I know sisters that swear on trying to get them. I know white women that's trying to get I know white women that can't find a man in the U.S. and they might not look that great. I know black women that's trying to find a man, they might not feel like they look that great. So they get caught up in this online young African guy gonna marry you situation, and it never ends up good. Trust and believe that. Trust, there's always something to it. Luring into dangerous situations. In some cases, catfishers have lured victims into dangerous in-person meetings, sometimes with harmful intentions. All I'm saying is everything that's obvious. You want love so bad that you are willing to believe somebody online that says they love you within the first 2 days of meeting you and they're going to marry you. Beware, ladies. And men also. But see, us men, we just, men that have egos that can't get certain women, they'll believe anything. Those are usually, I call them they kind of tricks in their mind because they want to believe that the girl loves them, so they'll send all their little motherfucking money. Women will think a dude's gonna come and marry them. Guys will think I'm gonna send the money and I'll build a relationship with the person. It's some crazy shit. I've known a lot of guy friends that have done the same thing. Sexual exploitation. Catfishing can be a tactic used by sexual predators to gain the trust of minors or vulnerable individuals to acquire sensitive information on images. Now we're going to get into this next one where I fell victim, kind of, sort of, not really. Other dangers, reputation damages. Catfishers can damage victims' reputation by sharing private information or posting embarrassing contents. So let me tell you a little bit about my catfish experience. I spoke on this, I think, a week or two ago, a little bit. It kind of sort of went over it. Here in Las Vegas, there was a radio show where they would call people and they would do pranks on the show. I don't think to this day that I became a prank of a show because too many people in Vegas know me. So somebody would have called me and said, I heard you on the radio, bro. They were pranking you. But this particular DJ from here in Las Vegas got this girl who was 280, 250, 280. She was just a big girl. God bless her heart. To catfish me for over a month. My white buddy and his wife figured it out. Now, don't get me wrong. It's hard to catfish Stone Paxton. I'm pretty sharp. But I did entertain it. I'm not going to lie to you. I entertained the bullshit for a little bit. Nita said, I wish I could have met you before I went through this. It's similar, just like the letter you had read that approached me online 2014. I sent money through the year. Wow. You sent money, Nita, from 2014 to 2020? Do you see? I'm glad I'm having this conversation today. Bridget said, I had some scammers calling me from India pretending to be Wells Fargo. I told them, you cannot speak English. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Bridget. I'm calling you, Bridget, from Wells Fargo, Bridget. I need your account number, Bridget. Please, Bridget. This is serious Wells Fargo, Bridget. Please, Bridget. Dolores Draper said, yes, Bridget, I was watching this show, and it was a room full of people from India, and they sent the young guy to Florida to pick up gold. Yeah, they be getting down. From our elderly man saying his daughter was in jail. I saw that, too. CC Funk once said, from Detroit, can't be played. Facts. You listen, CC Funk. Oh, they couldn't play me, though. Peep this, though. I'm going to finish my story. Damage Kisser said, big girl. Yeah, it was a big girl. So, look, here's my story. So, this girl talked to me a month. 2 months, maybe even 3. This girl had organized a wedding in Bora Bora. Y'all, I want y'all to hear the story, though. She had imagined, listen to me, she had imagined a wedding in Bora Bora with her and I. She had put together the paperwork. It sounded so beautiful. I didn't know this girl from the damn tar on the street. She had put together, and I asked her, I said, Mary? I said, you want to marry? Yes, I want to get married soon. Never asked me for no money, though. This was just almost like a humiliation scam, right? She prepared a wedding. Nita said, what can I do? He's still stalking me nonstop. He knows everything about me. Block him, Nita. Report him to the FBI. Let him know you're going to report his email and his information to the FBI. Trust me. Report it to the FBI. You can email it to them. He will stop. Trust and believe that. They love to catch people like that. Let him know that. Samara Yasper said, I always call the company directly myself when those scammers be calling. Oh, yeah, I'll play games with them. Damaged Kisses said, what the F? Oh, my God, that's kind of, oh, no. Damaged Kisses, let me finish the story. It's crazy. The mom was like an attorney, a doctor, and the dad was an attorney. Her stories were incredible. She sent this beautiful picture of the most beautiful Puerto Rican woman I've seen. I've traveled all over the world. I've seen beautiful women. I've dated very beautiful women. This woman was beautiful, the picture. And this woman wanted to marry me. So me being the person I am, them not knowing me, I'm not the average kind of guy who takes bait like that. So I played along with it. Nita, you can still report him, trust me. He can be a professional hacker all he wants. He can still be reported. Screenshot all conversations. Block him from everything. You must have gave him access to a lot of your stuff. Even the most seasoned hacker will tell you that there's still a way to find out. Purple Honey said, I can't stand when they call and they'll say one name, but a different pops up on the phone. Oh, yeah. Okay, listen. Nita, CC just posted something for you right there in the comment section. Copy and paste that. So here it is. So this girl kept the conversation with me every single day for 2 to 3 hours. Then after maybe a month, maybe 2 months, all of a sudden the dad passes away in a car accident driving. I think she was trying to figure out how to get out of the shit. I don't know what was going on. All of a sudden, all my parents know about you. I said, oh, I'd like to speak to your parents. Would never put them on the phone. And all of a sudden, the dad was going to work and gets in this tragic car accident. And shit was like a movie. Samara said, don't tell me you from my bank. I will just hang up and call the bank myself. Exactly. Yeah, don't be calling talking about you from the bank. Purple Honey 73 says, Stoney, how you got the kind of time? I didn't have the time, but I played along with it because it just something didn't make sense about it. So my friend and his wife were doing reverse lookups on the phone number. This is how we initially was able to unveil certain stuff. They did a reverse lookup. And the girl's real name came up in her address. This is how I was able, after almost 2 months, to get this girl to tell the truth. I say to this girl, she called me one day, and whatever her name was, I said to her, oh, hey, such and such. She says, what did you just call me? I said, hello, such and such. She said, click. She hung up on me. I called her back. I said, why did you hang up? She said, because you're playing games. That's not my name. Why did you call me that? I said, well, that's what shows up when you call me. She says, that name shows up? I was lying. I said, yeah, when you call me, that's the name that shows up. I didn't know who it was. She said, it was just strange you would call me that name. I said, well, why are you so bothered by me calling you that name? Because it's just weird. I said, is it weird because that's your real name, or it's weird because you're worried that I found out that that's your real name? She hung up on me again. Buckeye for life. Oh, thank goodness you're on. Buckeye for life. What's up, family? We talking about these catfish situations that happen, and I'm explaining about how I got catfished by a radio person here in Vegas. To this day, I've never told this dude. So Samara says, Stone, to me, you're just so handsome, and I love your hair. Thank you, Samara. You know what? I appreciate that coming from my heart. Thank you, Samara, because I don't look at myself like that, but I thank you, and I really appreciate that. Buckeye said, much love and, hey, Buckeye, much love and respect to you too, family. Purple Honey said, ain't no way I would have been on no phone. No, I entertained it. Purple Honey, I'm not going to lie to you. I entertained it because I needed to get to the bottom of it. So I did entertain it. So now, when I tell her what the name was, Nita said, no, he knows my IP address, but I don't deal with LifeLock for years. They're monitoring my information, even place a freeze. Nita, trust me when I tell you there's a way around it. You're not, don't let that guy feel like they have you hostage. Just trust me on that. So listen. So I say to her, listen, I know who you really are. Lanny, hey, Lanny say, hey, family, happy to have found you all. Thanks for Stone for providing us a platform. Thank you, Lanny 5613. I just thank you subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate you very much. Listen, so check this out. So I say, hey, listen to me. I'm not mad at you. I had to go neutral on this catfisher because I had to get them to talk. So I said, listen to me. I'm not mad at you. Trust me, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Just, hear me out. Listen, you didn't have to do this. If you like me, I had to play a little game. If you like me, we could have went out and hung out. We could have went and hung out, I say to her. I say, so why did you lie to me for 2 months? I say, listen, why don't you come meet me? Let's go have something to eat. That's the game I had to play with her. It'll be on me. I said, let's go have something to eat. She says, okay. She said, but you're probably not going to like me. I said, why wouldn't I like you? I said, girl, that picture is beautiful. She said, oh, yeah, that's right. She forgot at that moment she had sent me a fake picture, but I played the game because I needed to get this woman in front of me so I could see her face to face. I said, so come see me and we'll go eat. Anita, pay attention to Sire and all the folks here in my comment section telling you what you can do. Ricky Rogers, fuck you. I'm not no Morris Day. Now, I know Mr. Morris very well, but don't come in here with your jokes. This is not the comedy hour. If you want to do comedy, motherfucker, go get a job as a comedian, but get the fuck up out of my life with that corny ass shit. Now, back to business. Corny comments. Y'all don't even have no fresh comments. Y'all just got some corny ass. The comments don't even, the little corny stuff you say trying to be funny, you ain't even making it past beginner comedian. You coming in with the corniest ass phrases. It shows me how whack you are. You ain't even got no shit that makes me laugh. I mean, if it was really funny, I would have laughed and then blocked you. And then block the comment, not block you, because I'm not going to block you if you're not saying nothing derogatory. But if you're coming in here trying to be a comedian when I'm having a serious conversation, I will remove what you say. And then if you're coming in here derogatory, I'm going to block your monkey ass indefinitely, period. Now, back to the story. And Samara's going to come get y'all. You heard what she said. Stop messing with Stone. So here it is, you guys. So I get this girl to come. Purple Honey 73 said, why today ain't the day? No, not today and not on any other day. So I convinced this girl to come and meet me, you guys. I said, come meet me. I said, listen, I come on, let's go eat. Well, she initially said, well, you're probably not going to like me. I said, why wouldn't I? I said, that picture you sent me, I said, man, you beautiful Puerto Rican girl. She pulls up to the house. It was 12 at night. Where I was going to take her, I didn't know. I actually was going to take this girl no matter how she looked. I was still going to take her out to eat and sit down and educate her. But when she pulled up, they had a little kid in the back seat and two big-ass women in the front seat. They were so big that both arms touched each other. The car was leaning. It was like this, like it was doing a wheelie, and I ain't making that up. I looked, I was dealing with, should I go out to this car or should I not? I went out to the car. I leaned over into the car and I said her name. And I said, oh my God, are you serious? She said, what? I said, you're not the Puerto Rican girl on the picture Bora. I said, why? I said, what is this? I said, are you freaking serious? She said, oh, I'm sorry. And that's why I didn't want to come. I said, no, I'm glad you did come so we can talk. I said, this is not cool. This is what you do to people. This is what you do. You get online and you make people think you're somebody else. I finally had the chance to say everything I wanted to say, but I knew if I didn't get this person in person, that I would never get the opportunity to give them a lesson of life and why it's important not to do this. Brother Time said, I'm sorry, y'all. I would have said, Lord Jesus, what did I get my... I did. Brother Time, I did. I did say that. I said, I have no idea why I even entertained this whole thing from the beginning. Because had I just cut it off from the beginning, it wouldn't have gotten that far. But somebody put her up to doing it. So I say to her, what made you do this? And I said to her, you know how many people in this town know me? People don't do this. People don't play these kind of games with me. What made you do this? And then she gave me a name. She said, this person put me up to it. This person is a well-known DJ here in Vegas. She told me this person's name. And I said to her, why would he do that? The car was like this, Cherry. And I ain't even making it up. It was wheeling all the way in and all the way out. Buck for Life says she must have been from, no, she lived right here in Vegas. Dolores, I didn't take her to get nothing to eat. I wasn't about to pay for her friends. I told her I'd pay for you and the little baby, but your friend got to pay for herself. So that was a deal breaker. I was still going to be nice and take her to eat, but the friend wanted me to pay for hers too, and I was like, I ain't doing all that. Purple Honey says, stop it, Stoney. No, I'm serious. Yeah, it was like this. No joke. So when she told me this DJ's name, what I noticed about this is there was no reason for this DJ to do that to me. Everybody in Vegas knew who I was. I don't bother people. Everybody in Vegas knows who I am now. Anybody that's important in Las Vegas knows. You can literally come to Vegas, meet anybody that's performing on the strip and mention my name and they know me. You can go to the radio station and mention my name, they know me. Anybody that's somebody in Vegas, the important people know me. A lot of people in Vegas know me. So I say to her, do you know how many people know me? I said, why would you agree to do it? Because, oh, no, he talked me into, and I said, okay. And he was like, do this and do that. So I said, he coached you all the way through what to do. She said, yeah. I said, was I on the radio? Because this guy does this on the radio. She said, no, you weren't on the radio. I said, well, I'm sure I wasn't, because if I was, somebody would have known it was me. I said, so why did he do it? She said, I don't know. He targeted you and he just wanted to do this, and it was funny to him. Purple Honey said, I can't stop laughing. It's the truth. No, Joe, it's your mama. It's your mama. It's your mama, Flowita Jackson. Cherry said, does that DJ have a sense of humor? He does and he doesn't. Because let me tell you something. I've seen him through the years many times. William Johnson, Brother Chill, said that mess can get people unalive. Remember the Jenny Jones TV show? People think it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Exactly, Brother Chill. William Johnson, Brother Chill. Yeah. And Brother Chill, I saw this guy plenty times after that. A-Star 60 said, I had a situation where she thought I was a catfish, even though I sent pics and videos saying her name. We planned to meet. She was nervous. Once we did, she had the biggest relief of her life knowing it's me. Wow. You know what's so weird? Even when I respond to people on Instagram, they don't think it's me. Sire said, did you ask the DJ why he did it? To this day, I've never asked him. I literally just saw him about 3 or 4 months ago at a restaurant. He was sitting right behind me, and he got up and he looked at me and he did this, and I just gave him a look like that unspoken word, like, bro, you don't think I know about that shit? Now, when I see him again, I'm actually going to pull him aside and say, bro, why did you do that shit you did, man? Like, I don't even know. What was that shit about? Bridget said, Stone, maybe he thought women was one of your vices. I think he might have, but I'm sure he learned that, damn, you can't get stoned with women. Now, if you had a remote control car, airplane, studio equipment, you probably would have got my attention. You can't get me with women. I'm not one of those kind of guys. Buckeye for Life said, fame can bring the snakes, always beware. Buckeye for Life, that's a fact. That is a fact. Those are things that I think about on a regular basis. Cherry P13 said, that was dangerous when I think of it. It was very dangerous. What if it was a stalker, low-key? CC Funk 1 said, good thing was looking out for yourself. Yeah. My intuition, because I meditate and chant, is very, very, it vibrates at a freaking high frequency. Cherry P said, call him up on here and prank him back. That's something that's actually a good idea. That might be something I might do. Cherry, that might just be something I might do. Women are getting catfish every day, though. You guys go through this every day. Men don't deal with it as much. Most of the men that might deal with it might be men with a lot of money, because women might catfish them to try to get the money without ever seeing them. But women go through this more than men. I get women in my inbox that be sending weird messages and stuff. Dolores said Pisces can see things ahead of time. Yes, we can. And sometimes things is not always good. Yes, we can. Dolores, yes, we can. A star 68 say people actually put time in doing all this BS to someone. Yeah. 3 months. 3 months, Ace. A star. 3 months they did this to me. 2.5, almost 3 months. And then finally I unveiled it. And the girl was 250 pounds, maybe even 280. White girl. It was a white chick. So from time to time, I'll get women. I ain't even gonna say time to time. That's wrong. Because I checked my Instagram the other day and I had like tons of messages from women that I don't respond to, that I don't know. They're not following me on YouTube. I mean, if people follow me and they're my regular subscribers and they send me a message, I'll respond and say thank you and how you doing. But if I don't know the person and they don't come on my live and they're not my regular subscribers, they will not get any kind of conversation from me. Cherry P13 said, disregard getting him back. That chick probably was his ex-girl. No, this guy, I don't think that big chick was his ex-girl, but I do believe he might have been getting money from this big chick, or maybe some food stamps or something. Because even the day at that restaurant he was there, I was peeping him out, and I watched the girl pay for his food. So if he's watching this live, I saw her paying for your food. If you really about that life as a solid man, my ninja, you would have been paying for that shit. And she was a beautiful girl he was with, too. So she paid for the dinner. Now, if you're a couple, couples pay for each other's dinner, but that didn't look like a couple. It looked like he was actually just meeting that girl. I could tell by the interaction. She paid for the dinner. I should have got up right then and said, hey, Ninja, how come you ain't paying for the dinner, bro? Well, I mean, shit, why you trying to woo the woman? Universal Love said a grandmother in Australia is in a Japanese jail cell serving 6 years for drug smuggling. After falling for a man, she thought she knew, but he had. Yeah, I saw that one. Listen, I feel so bad for that lady. When I saw her, I actually wanted to contact that lady. You just reminded me. Dolores said, there it is. If he's on her, so just got him back. She just got him back. No, she paid for the food, Dolores. Don Gordy, wow, that's crazy and sad. Don, for real. I kind of got played. It's happened to me a few times in my life. And then I still get women in Instagram sending me messages, but I'm so cold. I don't even play the games. Damaged Kisses said he sounds like a leech. Absolutely. Some people will use their celebrity to use women and to use men. Brendan Grant said, your jacket is beautiful. Thank you. My brother gave me this jacket. My brother, legendary producer, Vasal Benford, go look him up. He gave me this jacket. You know, he's got class. We got class now. Sire said he probably subbed to your channel. Why? You know what, Sire? I'm pretty sure he does. Call me, and you know when you know somebody, like this guy knows who I am. He could have came on, gave me a pound, say, Stone, I don't shake hands, but I would have been like, oh, I don't do the hand thing, but here's an elbow. He didn't even do that. He just gave me a nod like, what up, Stone? And I was like, and he was sitting right behind me. So I don't know if he was telling that girl, oh, I did a prank on that guy behind you, because she kind of looked over my direction. I don't know if he mentioned my name or what. CC Funk 1, thank you. I'm usually dressed up all the time, brother CC Funk 1, but if I have to be in the studio, sometimes I usually every day I dress, but some days I'm just T-shirt down with some cold fly pants on. Cherry P13 said, I checked your brother out, and he is crazy. Oh, yeah, he is. He's about to film a new single, his new jazz single, and I'm going to be in the video. We just talked the other day. I'm excited about this new song. When you guys hear this, and believe me, he's produced everybody. Jade, Chris Brown. We just got album of the year for 777, Chris Brown's album. No, 1111. I'm sorry. I said 777. I just made up an album that's not even there. We got album of the year. The Grammys album of the year, Chris Brown, 1111. Cora, what's up, Cora? So I mean, what is to combat a catfisher? Because guess what? There's a few content creators on YouTube who don't show their face. We don't even know if we're talking to the real person. There's this one content creator, her name is Cleo. She's never showed her face. It's an AI picture. She's trying to start some trouble with me at one time, making up stories, trying to collaborate with some other content creator. But this woman has never showed her face. I would love to know what this woman really looks like. She hides behind her channel. She never shows her face. And there's a lot of content creators that are kind of low-key catfishing people. Not the ones that go on every day. Because if you're going on every day, that's not really catfishing a person. But they'll have their channels set up as content creators, and then they'll go into people's comment like me and comment, and go to other people's channel and comment. So officially, they're not really content creators. They just have a YouTube channel with a picture on it, and they don't show who they really are. Brother Timothy, what's happening? Oh, no. Man, we love Danny over here. Now, some going to get mad when I say that. Danny is who she is. And by the way, Danny is a beautiful person. If y'all never seen Danny, go look up a picture of Danny. Danny Robertson is a beautiful woman. We ain't talking about Danny. I'm talking about people who create YouTube channels and go comment in people's channels, but you never know what the freak they look like. I have a problem with that. To me, that's a form of catfishing. That's a form of catfishing. Your mama looked like a dyke from the city of Clarissa Van Dyke. That's what your mama looked like, Chris. Yeah, a bow dagger, not even dyke. You get some interesting ones on there, don't you? Chris Watt, 813. Piece of shit. Hey, Timothy, congrats, family. When you get your first check, all of us showing up to get our piece. I'm messing with you. Yeah, these trolls are crazy. So, there's tons of women on YouTube that are going through this same thing. Now, let's get back to not even content creators, because it's okay if a content creator does not want to show their face. That's okay. There might be times I might not go live and don't show my face. I'm talking about people who create YouTube channels and they'll use an AI face knowing it's not really them. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. And then they'll come in the comment section and they'll comment and say weird stuff to people and go to another channel and do the same thing. I would like to know what that person really looks like. Sire said, I'm the same in my picture, just less hair and more gray. Me too. Sire, you know, it's like if you who you are and you create a YouTube channel, you're commenting on other people's channels, why you got to hide who you are? Messenthrop says, there's no way to determine if someone is catfishing. Oh, there is a way. You talking about just in general? Oh, it's a way because it depends on what they start asking you. Miss Sunthrop, it depends on how they're talking to you, what they're asking. You know what I'm saying? How they coming at you. Timothy say, I'm going to best in being a pimp. Make them millions. That Timothy going to have you laughing, y'all. Yeah, y'all, Timothy starts his job today, man. I'm proud of him, man. This is big. This is big, man. But Timothy owed us a piece of that damn paycheck with that first one, Timothy. Everybody in this comment section, you got to break us off a little piece of that chat. A-Star 68 said, the thing about showing your face on YouTube is now everyone knows you. That's frightening for many people. A-Star, I can kind of agree with you to a certain extent, but it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? 42 pant size. That's not bad. 22 boots. I just got new boots. Boy, you 12 boots, but you can use more. Okay. Hey, that first check gonna be nice. 18 an hour, shit. Brenda said these trolls are just haters. So, these trolls are just, they don't have nothing to do. All trolls need to have a channel where they can go in and talk smack to each other. But all I'm saying is this. With Damage Kisses, wouldn't that be cool? A channel, I might create a YouTube channel called Troll Central. And it's a channel for all trolls to go in there and y'all just talk smack to each other. Nita said, I choose not to use my pictures anymore. From my experience, people use my pictures and voices for rituals. I don't like that. It's okay, Nita. I'm not really talking about you, Nita. More so what I'm talking about. Purple Honey said, I'm behind the scenes person. I show my face when necessary. I'm with you on that, Purple Honey. Nita, I'm talking about people who, okay, there's some people who subscribe to content creators' channel, and what they do is bounce around and put their 2 cents in everybody's conversation and on everybody's platform. Messenthrope said, in general, there is a documentary on Netflix about a woman who was catfished for several years. I think that's the woman that goes to prison, that's caught up in prison, right? Messenthrope, right? I think I've seen that one. Troll fight. Yeah, I'd watch that. Yeah, I'm thinking about creating just a Troll Central and let trolls come in and say, listen, this is not the channel for you, but go over to Troll Central. That's for all you trolls. Don Gordy said, Sire, same here. That's me in the picture. And Stone, you know that spot. It's the white castle on the strip. Oh, yeah, I do. Don, I do. I know that spot. As a matter of fact, you just made me hungry, man. I need a White Castle. Messenthrope, East Indian. Okay, I did see that. I did see that. Yeah, that one was, I'd watch that again. That was pretty interesting. Timothy said, I set up a GoFundMe page if that's okay. Timothy, what are we promoting a GoFundMe page for? I got to be fair to the people in my comment section. I don't mind supporting you, but explain to my people what the GoFundMe is for, and then I don't mind if you post it. But people, it has to make sense to people. I'm not trying to throw my subscribers off on something that they don't really have to do. But so if you can explain it and what your GoFundMe is about. I mean, I support you, but I'm saying I can't force other people to do the same. So I'm going to let you explain to them what the GoFundMe is for, sir, if you don't mind. Messenthrope said it was her own cousin who tricked her with a picture from a handsome doctor. Wow, that's crazy. I do remember that. Yeah, CC Funk, they do. It should have been here a long time ago. Don Gordy, thank you for the $3 donation, Super Chat family. I appreciate you. So y'all heard, Timothy has a GoFundMe. He's trying to get a moped. Timothy, you should post that on your Instagram channel as well. Need a picture. So I understand that, but I remember back in the day when my ex-boyfriend mother used itching powder. What? She used itching powder in your food? Okay, what is that supposed? Does that poison a person or does that make you itch? I thought itching powder goes on your body and would make you itch. But she's trying to get you to ingest the itching powder? A-Star family, I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing, brother. Listen, I appreciate you very much, all right? Be safe and have an awesome day. She put itching powder in your food? Damn. Itching powder. Listen, you want to hear a crazy story? I've had somebody take out a life insurance policy on me. Does that sound crazy? That sounds unbelievable, right? For like $3 million. Real story. Timothy saying food, what I heard in pants. That's what I'm saying. I thought the powder, you can only put it on the skin. I think if you ingest it, I think that's kind of like, that could poison you. Purple honey, facts. I had somebody take out a life insurance policy on me. This is no joke. Damaged Kisses said, can't that kill somebody ingesting? That's what I was thinking. Itching powder. Sherry say, how did I find out? Are you guys ready when I tell you this story? Messenthrope said, my sweetheart, Bobby, my catfish nightmare was the name. What, Bobby? The name was Bobby. Crazy, huh? Interesting. Did you speak to the person? Did you get to see them on camera and speak to them? Cherry, let me tell you how I found out somebody took a life insurance policy out on me. First of all, Purple Honey said, that's why I'm particular about who I associate with or allow in my personal space. Messenthrope said, most people don't mean others well. Y'all ready for this one? This person had been feeding me. This was years ago. This person had been cooking and giving me food. Don Gordy said, been loving them ever since I went to Detroit in 1984. Man, listen, Illinois, them White Castle burgers growing up in elementary, middle school, bro, let me tell you something. It was the best. That this was said, other people do that, Stone. I believe you. Same thing was done to my brother, and he passed away. His kids didn't get oh, my God. Yeah, here's my story. The person, listen, Cambodian Mystique is a witness. She's on here. She'll tell you. No, Supreme Intelligence, not Cameo. It's your mama looking like Larry Blackman. It's not me. Trust me. Don't come in here with your corny-ass jokes. Now, anyway, Cambodian Mystique will tell you. So this person had been cooking for me. This is nobody that's around me now. Just know that. I want to let y'all know. This was years ago. But this person had been cooking for me, and Cambodian Mystique actually told me, why am I eating the food? I said, why? They're cooking for me. Why am I'm going to eat? This person was somebody that was around my camp. Your mama looking like Precious, Timothy say to that person. Supreme. Timothy say, your mama looking like Precious. That's the Precious from Lord of the Ring or Precious, Big Precious. So Cambodian Mystique told me that I should not be eating the food. I said, girl, I'm going to eat what I want to eat. Don't tell me what to eat. Don't tell me whose food to eat. I'm a grown man. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You ain't tell me what to do. How you telling me what to eat? This is what I say to her. I started to get sick in the form of waking up and being dizzy. I was disoriented over and over again. Now, if you know me, you'll know that I'm the kind of guy who works out, stays in shape, always working out. Exercise in the morning, stretch, still martial arts, still do all that. But for these many months, I would get up. Purple Honey said, those are the ones you have to watch the most. That's in your camp. I know. Brother Timothy, don't work too hard. God bless you. We love you, brother. Congrats on the job. Send me in my Instagram. Send me that GoFundMe in my Instagram so I can post it, okay? Massenthrope, thank you. Take it easy, Mr. Paxton. I enjoy your music. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Massenthrope, and thank you for being a subscriber of the channel. Hopefully you become a member. I appreciate what you've just done today. You are loved by all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I was sick in the form of dizziness for months and months and months. And something told me to stop eating the food, but I still didn't stop. I had Not really a dream. It was more of a vision. I had a vision, and something told me to ask this particular person, had they taken a life insurance policy out on me? No joke. So this is my phone call to them. Hello? Hey, I got a question for you. Yeah, you know something weird. And this is just what I said. I said it's something weird. I lied. I said I got some mail that says something about a life insurance policy. Now I just made this up, but I don't know why the universe led me to ask this person that question. They say, what? I said, yeah, I got a letter in the mail. And I said, somebody took out a life insurance policy on me. I didn't know who had done it. Thank you. Yes, Mussenthrop, you're the top donator of the channel today, and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much. I wish I can send a little congratulations thing, you know, the little what's names popping, the party poppers. So when I said that to this person, I said, it's weird because it can't be one of my family members because nobody lives here because the mail came from Nevada. This was all made up. Mystique says, Stone, you are protected. Absolutely. No, they didn't go to jail. I didn't do anything. I just cut them off from being around me because another situation happened with this same person. Nita said, my son passed away July 16, 2023. Causes, this guy gave him something. He went into cardiac arrest and unalive. God has shown me in my dreams. I already know who the guy is because he was panicking. Wow. Oh, my God. I hope you did something about that, Nita. So when I asked the person, something just told me to ask them. I said, it can't be my family. So I said, did you take out a life insurance policy on me? You know what this person said? Yeah, I did. Remember I told you? I said, no, you didn't effing not tell me. What do you mean you told me? Why would you take out a life insurance policy on me? For what? Do you have me on your life insurance? No, I have my son. So why in the F would you take a life insurance policy out on me? I need the phone number. I need the information to that now. This person acted like I got to find. I say, either you do that or I'm calling the police now. And I'm going to report that you took out a life insurance policy on me without my permission. If you want to check if somebody has a life insurance policy on you, I got to screenshot that. Thank you for that. Universal. Thank you for that, Universal. The policy out on you. NAIC is a good resource. It's the National Insurance Commission. They will ask and identify information from you. Thank you for sharing that for everybody to see. Cherry P13 said, wow. Nita said, I'm all about forgiveness. Let God do. Yeah. Yeah. Real story. Argued with me and said that I said it was okay. And I asked, on what planet would I be okay with somebody taking out a life insurance policy on me? On what planet would I be okay with that? She was trying to kill me. Now, let's go to the second incident. The second incident went like this. I had a building here in Vegas, a lounge for years. That same person, I was trying to get that person out of my life indefinitely, right? I let them come back around me after that. This is the truth. They had a pow, pow, pew, pew, pow, pow, whatever, in the purse. I said to this person, when you leave my building today, leave the key, put it back through the mail thing. I'm going to need that key back. So this person starts to freak out like, I said, yeah, you don't need to be around my camp anymore. You're really going to get rid of you? I said, yes, I am. Now, mind you, this person was not my girlfriend, wife, nothing. Started to freak out when I said, you no longer can be around me in my circle of people. Started to freak out. I walked to the door of my lounge. When I walked to the door of my lounge, this person, that same person with the life insurance policy, reached in the purse, pulled out a pow pow, and by the time it got up in the air, I ran to her and grabbed it and twisted the hand and knocked it out of her hand and kept it. I twisted it and took it and said, you were going to unlife me? She says, no, I was gonna do that to myself. I said, nah, I was halfway out the door. Why would you even pull it out? You could have waited till I was gone and do that. You were going to do that to me. North Star, fuck up out of here, North Star. Fucking stupid shit. Like, are you dumb or what? You come in people's lives saying stupid shit. Fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Anyway, I speak to this person for about an hour. People start showing up to my building because I'm texting people telling them about it. But that person said they weren't going to. The only thing I could think of was Selena, y'all, because it was that same scenario that happened to Selena. She was walking away. This person could have possibly already hit me from behind. I wouldn't even known I was hit. But when she started crying and was like, you're getting rid of me. I can't be around you guys anymore. I said, no, I'm done. I said, it's too much drama. Please leave my key. And I turned back around to close the door, and she was pulling that out of her purse. And I ran and grabbed her arm. CC, yeah, that was quick thinking. Yeah, for sure. They train us in class for unarming guns and unarming pow-pows. Real story. Real story, you guys. I mean, I know my stories sound over-exaggerated sometimes, but they're not. They're the truth. And that was it. Once I got rid of that person from around me, I have to be careful with the people that I bring in my circle. Because I don't bother nobody. I just got my own circle of people that work within my circle, and they travel with me and stuff like that. And I, if I'm on the road, if I'm doing a show, if I'm speaking, I got my circle of people that travel with me, my trusted people. Cherry P13 said, I'd never pull a pow out if I'm not going to use it, because anybody would have power, her in self-defense. Yeah, she pulled it out, and she told me she was going to unalive herself. I wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying it. I really believe that had she got it fully out, she probably would have aimed at me, and I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. That's my real belief. That day I felt that way, and I still feel like that's what it was. But when I came and when I ran to her and grabbed it that quick, it's almost like I slid into first base. That's how fast I got to her. There was at least about 20 feet between her and I. But it seems like it was 1 foot of distance, because that's how quick I got to her. But the way she was crying is what made me turn around and pay attention. See, sometimes people get addicted to being around you. People that are around me, they get to meet celebrities. They get to go to red carpet events. They get to meet cool people. So this person's life was just a basic life before they met me. And I trusted allowing them around me. And they got to travel with us. They got to travel everywhere we went and got to meet all kinds of cool people. So I said that you can't be around me no more. Damaged Kisses said, can I ask you why you didn't press charges? What if that woman does this to someone else? I say this with respect. Because that person would have lost their job and would have been homeless. Because that person worked in the medical field, and they would have lost their job, and they would have been homeless. And I had compassionate enough not to do that. And I explained that to that person. If I call the police, your job is over with. That's why I didn't do it. I didn't want to be the reason that person ended up homeless. So I gave them opportunity to go on with their life and leave me the freak alone. But that's a true story. Thank you, CC. Cherry say P13 say, the hell with that. She'd be in jail. Messenthrop, thank you. I try to be the way the women in my life raised me. Organically organic and respectful to everyone. but never again. Now, when people come around me in my circle, most of the people around me, they're the ones that will tell me, I don't know if we should trust this person. I don't know if we should trust that person. They'll let me know. It's always good if you're an artist to have women around you because women see things that men don't see. But then again, some women can be cuckoo, but it's still good to have women in your circle. So the women around me will tell me what they pick up on people when they leave. They'll say, I don't know about that person. That's what my mom used to do with my friends. My friends would come over, my mom be like, she'd tell them straight up, young man, I don't like you around my son. She said, you ain't got a good spirit. Samara said, I'm so glad Yah has protected. Thank you, Samara. Me too, Samara. Me too. I think about it every day. My brother was like, all my brothers are like, you need to stop trusting everybody. That's the reason why I don't trust a lot of people anymore. Nita said, you can forgive, but never forget. I will never forget. Cherry P, Damaged Kisses says she's agreed. She says she would have pressed charges. But I am not as compassionate, I guess. Messenthrope says the women like your mother who raised you are the exception to the rule. Absolutely. So now I got a trusted crew of people around me that I trust. And I'm hoping that I can trust them the rest of my life. Dolores said, a Pisces can use and read a person because I know I can. Yeah, I'm good at knowing people. Samara said, you are one of the real ones. We can talk to you and you can talk to us. And what is cool is that we respect each other. All blessings, Samara. Thank you so much. Yeah, CC Funk, we can. I mean, we're in a whole different world now. And especially artists. Oh, artists can't trust. Artists, I tell artists all the time, you just got to be real careful. Because that life insurance shit is real for artists. You know, especially people in your circle you're dealing with, they love to take out a life insurance policy on artists just because they can do that shit. Okay, you guys, listen. I appreciate you tuning in today. As always, to all my top supporters, Super Chats, I thank you guys so much. If you haven't got any of my music, make sure you go to Spotify. Follow me on Spotify, please. Stream the music. iTunes, download and stream the music. Even on the YouTube's topic page, Stone Paxton, you can go on there and stream the music, the topic page. Nita said, people tell me I have a good golden heart, but I'm too nice. Yeah, we got to tighten up a little bit. Listen, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 11, with our conversations, y'all. We're going to have fun. CC Funk, thank you. Cherry, P13, Bridget, Dolores, Nita, anybody I forgot. Anybody I forgot, because there's so many of you guys on there. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And Purple Honey, thank you. Oh, you did. Purple Honey, you watched the whole show. I appreciate you. Samara, Damaged Kisses, Dumb, brother, I appreciate you. Messenthrope, thank you. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time. Okay, Buckeye. All blessings, family. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And anybody I missed, charge it to my mind and not my heart. I'll catch you tomorrow, same time, 11 p.m., 11 a.m. West Coast time. All right? Peace and love. And I'm out. Y'all, make sure y'all get this single, too.